welcome back to my channel. Yes. I've run out of content ideas, so we're doing Premier League predictions. That's what everyone does at the late stage of the transfer window. And no, you cannot convince me otherwise. Anyhow, hello, big up to him, how are you? Ja, Levossen is injured and will miss the game against Club Brugge. That's unfortunate for him. That's unfortunate, I didn't know that. Tomorrow, Premier League starts. Yes. Which is why everyone is doing Premier League predictions now, or they've already done them. This is what you do when you run out of content ideas. Let's begin. Let us begin. Oh. What a lovely sight. I'll just go through them. Alphabetically, which is how they're lined up here. I guess Bournemouth for AFC. Bournemouth makes sense. Yeah, let's just go through them. So, Arsenal. Yeah, that's never gonna happen. So, Arsenal did get, Gyökeres, which is, they got Zubimendi. But here's the thing, right, with Arsenal. They did not significantly improve their squad. Their goalkeeper. I mean, I know they got a new goalkeeper, but he's a bench player. Their actual goalkeeper is just the same guy. Right back, center backs, left back, same players. And I'd say a left back, they don't really have a proper left back. Lewis Skelly is a midfielder, and Calafiori is a center back. So they don't have a proper left back. Their right back, I'm not too sure about with Arsenal. So, okay. Partey leaves, they replace him with Zubimendi. They didn't improve, they did not regress. Partey leaving made them worse. Zubimendi coming in made them the level again that they were before Partey left. So, we're through half the starting 11 now, and the status quo remains the same. They went and bought Norgard, who, sure, why not, but that doesn't raise the bar either. That's just another bench player. If you ask me. So, Ødegaard, he's still there. So, you've got Declan Rice, Ødegaard. Entire same thing. That midfield is the same. Okay, Partey out, Zubimendi in. Same quality. Right wing, still no depth for Arsenal. Left wing remains dead. Madueke is shit. Well, he's not shit. Let me amend that. He's below average. Anyhow, he's average. That's what he is, right? So, the only improvements they got was a striker. And getting one striker was... I mean, that's a massive improvement for Arsenal. So I look at Man City, who they barely finished above. New 10. Or right winger, whatever you want to call him. Rodri coming back is almost a new signing. New midfielder in Leender for Gonzalez. A new left back. Potentially a new goalkeeper. I look at these improvements, and they're way bigger improvements. Then I look at Liverpool, who was already a lot better than Arsenal. They've replaced what's left. They replaced Trent with Kerkers, if we're talking quality, not position, but quality. And they replaced, what's his name? Robertson with Frimpong. Again, if we're talking quality, not position, but quality. So, I'll look at everyone around Arsenal. They've improved a lot. Arsenal has improved slightly. That slight improvement won't allow... even if Liverpool did not improve at all, that slight improvement probably does not close the gap. So with Liverpool having improved, they're just getting there, to be honest. Aston Villa. That's difficult. He got a concussion, by the way. Anderlecht 1-1. Let's see here. Who did they play against? Rough. Come on, you can win this game. I mean, they got 1-4 on aggregate, fair enough. They're in the Conference League. Wow, congratulations. Congratulations, Anderlecht. But yeah. Of course, it's Bertaccini. He's the fucking best player in the fucking Belgian league, but our fans turned our nose up at this guy for some reason. Utrecht 2-0. Arsenal gonna get third. We'll come back to Arsenal specifically. Big up to Rosa, by the way. Hello, how are you? Right then. Aston Villa. I don't know if they'll get Europe, because have they done anything? Have they signed anyone at all? I mean, let's check out their signings. All transferred. They got this guy. And I mean, they kind of stood still here, didn't they? They got nobody. I'll put them higher mid-table for now. We can come back to them later. Bournemouth. So Bournemouth got traded a bit. A lot of players left Bournemouth. Oh, by the way, Aston Villa is also losing Martinez, which is gonna have a big impact on them, because Martinez, I know he had bad games, but there were also games where he just kept them going. But look at this. Look at this from Bournemouth. Zabarny, Huijsen, Kerkes, all these players are gone. A few bench players as well. And can these three guys replace these three? I strongly doubt that. So I think Bournemouth is a team that got a bit worse, if not a lot. And last season, I believe they finished 10th or something. So for that reason, I'll put them 10th for now. I guess 10th would be in here, but I'll come back to them as well. We'll come back to these mid-table ones. Yeah, Brentford. Without Thomas Frank, without their batsman, without a lot of players, they got a bunch worse. And who did they get? I don't think they got anyone really. So Brentford is just standing around doing nothing right now, I think. I'm not particularly. I'm not particularly convinced they've got what it takes to survive, because I look at the relegation team. They are making signings. I'll look at Wolves even as well. West Ham. Yeah, sure, Wolves did lose Cunha, which may drive them into that relegation spot. But they didn't lose as much as Brentford did. And Brentford lost Thomas Frank as well, who I think was an absolute balling manager. By the way, Thomas Frank can't do anything about the fact that Spurs bottled a 2-goal advantage. That is Spurs being poor. Spursy, one might say. Thomas Frank can do nothing about that. Brighton. I'll put Brighton third for now. I mean, they did get the Kuiper. I like the Kuiper. They'll probably be challenging for Europe. They'll be trying to get in there. But I don't know if they've got the quality, because we've still got Newcastle here. We've got Man City, Man United, Liverpool, of course. Chelsea, who I think will comfortably get Europe. I don't know if they'll finish above Arsenal or not. But again, Arsenal improved very slightly. Arsenal had a very slight improvement. Whereas the rest of the league improved a lot. Chelsea improved a lot. So I think Chelsea may just finish above them, depending on how the lab goes and stuff. If they get Xavi Simons, they definitely finish above Arsenal, in my opinion. If they get Xavi Simons, because he's a scrub, yeah? Simons is a scrub. But you put him left wing, you put Palmer right wing, you put the lab down the middle, and then you have, I don't know, let's say Lavia, Caicedo, and Reece James. I mean, that's very defensive though, isn't it? Lavio. Let's go Caicedo, Enzo Fernandez, Reece James. Let's say you put those three in midfield, and then you get your defense sorted. I mean, they are balling, I think. Chelsea. I think Chelsea people have to look out for. Because they're spending money and they're winning trophies. That builds mentality in managers and in players. Crystal Palace. Sure, they can be 12th. Everton. They have a Super Jack now. Well, they've done jack shit for the past few years, though. What's the highest they've finished in the past few years? Let's see it. Everton. Let's see. Table. Last year they finished 15th, I believe. No, that was Man United 15th. Last year. They finished 13th, okay? The year before that, 15th, and then it was 17th, right? Yeah. Where did they finish in 21-22? 16th? I can't remember this far. So the last time they got top 10 was in 2021, which was just atrocious season in the Premier League. So yeah, they've not really been in that top 10 bracket for a while. Getting Jack Grealish doesn't move them up there either, if you ask me. I mean, I don't know who they have really. Of quality, I know who they have, but I don't know what quality players they have. Let's see it. I mean, yeah, Jack Grealish, who's probably gonna play in the 10. But they got Barry. Oh, they got Barry. Now I do rate this guy. I watch a lot of La Liga. I rate this guy. I don't know how many goals he has. But every time I watch him, he's a proper striker. I rate this guy. You know what? I changed my mind. Gabriel Barry, Jack Grealish in the 10. Who do they have on the wings here? That's okay. They need a right winger. You got a right winger now, and you've got a cooking attack. I'm just saying. Dewsbury Hall. Actually, they do kind of be cooking. I can't lie. They got this random guy from Bayern, who I don't know. Goalkeeper is gonna be Pickford, to know that. Yeah, they do be kind of cooking. Now, I'm sleeping on Everton. They've got some good signings as well. Do I push Crystal Palace down to 13th, though? Yeah, because you know Crystal Palace will also lose, what's he called, Eze. Eze will leave. Mateta could still leave, although I doubt it. So they're gonna lose some players. Is Oliver Glasner staying? Or was he just staying for the Community Shield? I guess he would probably stay. You know what? For now, I'll put Everton in here. I was sleeping on these guys. I love Barry. False. But he's a proper striker. I like him. Because when you watch La Liga, yeah, I love watching La Liga. But I hate the strikers in that league. Because they've all got great technical ability, but they can't fucking score. Nobody gives a fuck how good a striker is with the ball in their feet. A striker has one job. Score. Which is why I rate this guy so highly. Because he fucking scores. Nobody cares about this. Oh, but for such shit, nah, do bag goals. That's what I want up top. Forest. Now I do see people putting Forest like all the way down here, which I don't see happening. Because Forest, yeah, they lost. I mean, how many players did they lose? I feel like they haven't lost that many players. They got to hold on to Gibbs White, who I think is still the best player. I'm not a Forest fan, though. I do see some Forest fans say that Gibbs White is not their best player. But they've kept on to him. I mean, I don't know any of these guys except this one. I watched one game of this guy, which, I mean, that's nothing. But yet they've lost Elanga, who I think is important for Forest. People don't rate him because he's robotic. But this is a robotic player who turns up when it matters. And you know what he gives you. Danilo, that's not a big deal, but they've lost some players, but it's not like a disaster here, is it? But they've got no one in, which is a big strike. Except for this guy, who I've watched one game of. Let's see some statistics here. I've watched one game of you. How good are you? 8 goals, 4 assists, better than our wingers. No offense, Savio. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think they'll drop this far down, but I do think they'll be struggling here in mid-table. But now I'm kind of just putting everyone in this high mid-table bracket. And I mean, someone has to go into Europe eventually. I don't want to place Villa there, so I don't think Villa and Brighton quite have what it takes. I think Newcastle and, I mean, I shouldn't get there yet, but I think Newcastle and Spurs are probably ending in this bracket. Again, we'll come back to that. Fulham. What the fuck have Fulham done? I have not seen any news about Fulham. Where did they even finish last season? I swear that I've seen nothing about these guys. This club is literally a myth, yeah? I see nothing about them on Twitter. I see nothing about them on YouTube. I see nothing about them even on match day. On match day, I do a watch along to them, and that's where it ends. This club literally is not real. We are all having a shared psychotic episode with this club because when is the last time you've talked about Fulham outside of your club playing against Fulham? Nobody talks about them. I'm not crazy, yeah? Literally nobody talks about them. They literally don't exist. I do rate Bassi and Diopto. I think they're a solid centre-back pairing. Come on. Come on, loads Transfermarkt. We don't have all day. Transfermarkt isn't always the best website, is it? There you go. There you go. They got Benjamin. They got Benjamin. And they lost these three guys. Yeah. You can have 10th place, sure. You can finish 10th. You're 10th. Congratulations. I mean, I don't know anything about them. Leeds relegated, thank you. I'll come back to who wins the league title in a bit, but what I'll say is, I do think Liverpool is better than Man City. I mean, last season they were better than us. Let's just start off with the obvious. Last season Liverpool was better than last season Man City. So we had to close the gap. With Shetki, Reinders, Aït-Nouri, I think we've well more than closed that gap. I think we've overbridged that gap. But Liverpool also got signings. They got Kerkez and Frimpong, which didn't improve them, but it kept them at the same level with the players going out. They went and got Words, which raised their level, I think. They've got that new striker, Ekitike, which has improved them. So I think we've got up to Liverpool from last season. I think this Liverpool is a better Liverpool. I think they're winning the league title, to be honest. I'll talk about this later. Fuck you. Newcastle. I do think Newcastle will get Europe at the very least. Same with Spurs. I think Newcastle and Spurs are going to be very interesting to watch. I think Spurs is just going to be improved a lot by Frank. I think Frank will raise the level of the players that they already have. And I think the new players they've brought in are very good players. Kudus are rated very highly. Should they get Eze or Savio or both? I think they're really cooking there. I think they've got a great player in Palinha. So I think they've got some very good players there. But Spurs, their striker, Solanke, is shit, bro. I can't lie. Now, I mean, he's not shit. When I say shit, yeah, I mean compared to a Man City or Spurs level. It's not the level that they need. He's an average striker at a team that is competing for European football. You need a better than average striker for that stuff. So I just don't think Solanke is good enough. But to Thomas Frank's credit, he improves players, doesn't he? I mean, it's that simple. Thomas Frank improves players. So, especially attacking players. Look at Wissa. Nobody cares about Wissa. How many goals did Wissa have before they went to, or before Thomas Frank got in? I mean, like, look at how big the improvement is on Wissa with Thomas Frank. You can do the same thing with Mbeumo and Ivan Toney. These players have a massive improvement when they get to Everton. Everton? Brentford. With Thomas Frank. So there's no reason to say that Thomas Frank can't do the same with Solanke. But even if he does that, they still lack a 10 because of the injury to... I mean, maybe Kudus will play later, but then you don't have a right winger. And so they still lack either the 10 or the right winger because of the injury to Madison. They lack a left winger. Now they could maybe get... what's his name? They could get Savio. Sure, I don't know how much that improves their level. I think Savio is a player who just doesn't work in the Premier League because of the style. I think when Savio gets crowded, he gets claustrophobic. When he plays in La Liga, there's so much more space, which does make the league easier. You grab half the players in the Premier League, drop them in La Liga, they do fuck all with that space. But Savio is someone who's very good at exploiting big space, and is very comfortable running just 30 yards into nowhere. I mean, figuratively speaking. Whereas, in the Premier League, you're very crowded, it's very close, tight-knit. I think he gets claustrophobic. You can see in the way he shoots. He's always off balance when he shoots in the Premier League. Because in La Liga, when you get a shot, maybe one player is 3 meters away from you, maybe about arm length away from you. In the Premier League, there's 2 centre backs. You probably can't even do this or you'll hit them right around you. So it's so much more tight in the Premier League, and I'll see him get off balance. So even if they get Savio, I don't think that improves them a lot, to be honest. So I'll go Newcastle to finish above them. I'll go Newcastle to finish above them. Right then, I still need a top 5 club. I still need a replacement. Newcastle then. And I need Sunderland to get in there, West Ham and Wolves. Now I'll just say about Wolves, I do think they're finishing 17th. They lost Cunha, who I think is overrated, but still, Cunha bailed them out a lot. And, I mean, did Strand Larsen leave? I swear someone else left, I don't remember who. I think it was Strand Larsen who actually got a few goals for them. Come on, Transmart, can you load? Nuri, of course, dumbass. So yeah, Nuri left them. This guy doesn't really matter. Salmedo, for what it counts. So yeah, they lost some players in it. And I'm not sure if they really replaced that. Oh, Strand Larsen joined permanently. I guess he was alone previously. Alone. Oh yeah, he was a lone player. I didn't know that. I thought he was already bought. Okay, so they keep Strand Larsen. I mean, this is nothing. This is what they already had. I don't know. I just don't feel like Wolves is really going anywhere. Losing their 2 most creative players. And I don't see them replacing that. I don't know. I think they're finishing 17th. And West Ham probably right above them. West Ham is probably better than Burnley. But West Ham's thing here is they are Jared Bowen FC. Without Jared Bowen, that team fucking collapses. Might as well not exist. West Ham without Jared Bowen is like Swiss cheese without the holes. You get what I'm saying? It's not Swiss cheese, is it, if there's no holes? And it's not West Ham if there's no Jared Bowen. Jared Bowen is the only one who does shit for them. So, I don't know. Utrecht is winning 2-1. Yeah, Tottenham, by the way, insane bottle job. While we're talking about Tottenham, insane bottle job, isn't it? Honestly, you just have to praise them sometimes. It's spectacular how unspectacular it is. The Kuiper left at Brighton, yes. Sunderland has Stalby, but when we talk about Sunderland, yeah, who I've left for last intentionally, they got so many good players. I'm sorry, Sunderland's midfield is genuinely insane. Most of you guys have not watched this absolute terror, Noah Sadiki, bro. Most of you guys have not watched this guy. But bro, I tell you right now, you put Sadiki, you put Xhaka together in the midfield, and I don't care who is the 10. You put these two in a midfield, they are going to bully the Premier League, bro. They are going to bully the Premier League, these two guys. Sadiki and Xhaka, yeah? I don't know who works at Sunderland, but I want him at Man City. For the fucking deals and ideas he's got, yeah, I want him at Man City. Sunderland has a cooking midfield. They have the right idea. They went and got Talby, who can't finish for shit, but it doesn't matter, because they're gonna play a 4-4-2, and Talby is gonna run up and down the wing. He's just gonna run, and he can do that perfectly. He doesn't have to be a good finisher, because he's never gonna be in the box. He's gonna be out on the wings, pressing, running, all that shit, being a workhorse. I don't know who their strikers are, to be honest. I believe they got someone new as well. They bought a few players from big clubs, a few academy players and stuff. They have Roofs. Robin Roofs is a very solid goalkeeper. In fact, he's more than solid, I think is fair to say. They got Diarra and Adingra. I forgot about that. I mean, Diarra is a very solid midfielder, but they need a 10, to be honest. I mean, he can play attack midfield, it says. I don't think he can. They need a proper 10. And I don't really know if they've got that. But Roofs is a very solid goalkeeper. Absolutely solid. Oh, they got this guy from Chelsea. I didn't even know who this guy was. I guess some random academy player. This team is proper good. Adingra, I mean, nobody needs me to explain who Adingra is. But you get on the left wing Adingra. I mean, not left wing, but like left midfield. I guess. Yeah, I guess if you play a 4-4-1-1, you can have like Adingra floating around the striker. You got a proper good striker. Two just workhorses on the wings who can cross balls in. And then Sadiki and Xhaka. Bro, I feel sorry for the teams that are about to play against Sunderland. Sunderland are finishing in the top 12 for me. But I think you might have noticed a small problem here. And that is that I've got everyone in top 12. So firstly, Newcastle has to go into top 5 here. Do we give Brighton European football? You know what? Brighton European football. We will be there. We will be there. Forest did get McAtee. I did forget about that. I mean, I kind of threw Fulham into 11th or into 10th just because. So let's throw them into here. And then we've got 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th. Beautiful. Beautiful. I think that makes perfect sense. I think that makes perfect sense. Ignore the bottom one. Let me just tweet that out. Let me just tweet this out. And I think we'll call it wraps, but not before I get back to chat and talk with you guys for a moment. Premier Crystal Palace are cheap. I should have relegated Crystal Palace. You're right. I should have relegated Crystal Palace. Paddy apparently played at Beveren. I didn't know that. He's a proper good striker. Burnley got Broja of Chelsea. They're not really moving the needle with that, are they? Nottingham Forest is... I mean, they've got McAtee. I don't think McAtee raises the bar that highly either. No offense to McAtee, but I don't think he's all that good of a striker. Midfielder, sorry. I don't even think I know what English words are. Prediction Liverpool tomorrow. I'm not sure. Who do they play? Bournemouth. 2-0. 2-0 at Anfield. And City become champion. I wish. Sunderland is staying up. Easily. Easily staying up. They are going to terrorize some Premier League midfields, yeah? I swear down, people are not ready for this Sadiki Xhaka midfield partnership. Big up to Rosa, by the way. What up, Alf? Big up, Samir. How are you? If we get Rodrigo and Donnarumma... we are not favorites. I'll tell you what, yeah. If we sold Savio, got Jared Bowen instead, good bench player, can play striker, not false 9, striker, right wing, left wing, versatile, can play in the 10, homegrown, great player to have, and you get a right back, and you have Donnarumma, you get all three of those things, we are winning the Premier League, 100%. But, that is not happening. Unfortunately, that is not happening. But, big up, Samir, how are you? Adingra, I do know that. Excuse me. Yo, apparently Ederson is close to joining Galatasaray. I don't know how true this is. Let me check this. Because I saw some news on this. Oh, literally right here. There you go. Beautiful. When is this? This is today. This is a few hours ago. Galatasaray is heading to Ederson on Saturday. The Brazilian goalkeeper will arrive in England on Saturday and will be in Turkey with Galatasaray officials. When will the issues between Osimhen and Real be solved? Who is this guy? I need to check the source first. Oh, he's followed by this guy. We are cooking. We are cooking. It's a holy moment indeed. It's a holy moment. Ederson is going. It's actually happening. Let me just tweet out my predictions first. My 25, 26 predictions. If Ederson leaves, big done, man. Big done. Beautiful. I'm delighted. Brighton gets Champions League. No. Is Ederson close to joining Galatasaray? Apparently he is. Apparently he is, guys. Apparently he is. It's called edging. Samir. It's called edging. Muhammad Ali taught us that when you're about to go into a fight, you need to edge yourself. You need to get yourself on edge. You need to do this for months, bro. You need all that frustration going into a fight, you know. So we're going into a Premier League title race. We're going into war. We are edging. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. We stay close. We stay on the edge. And then, after months, the frustration will kick in. We'll finally get the business done, and we'll kick off in the Premier League. We will be there. Bismillah. We are dreaming again. Wonderful, guys. Wonderful. Chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. Excuse me. Brighton without Baleba don't get Europe. Actually, that is a very good point. I did forget about that. Let me change this. I forgot Baleba is leaving. Brighton. I'll just reply to it like this. I forgot Baleba is leaving. Brighton 8, Villa 7. Thank you. Thank you. That is a good. There you go. Man City is back alive. Hopefully. I mean, back alive is a bit generous, I would say. We're not really back alive, we're more so not very dead, if you get what I'm saying. Anyhow. Let me quickly set up a redirect here. I'm not going off yet, because there's still some news to talk about. So I'll quickly set up a redirect. If I can find Zeer's channel, there you go. I should change the title, by the way. Because I'm not really doing Premier League predictions anymore, am I? There you go. Redirect set up. On Saturday, Club Brugge and Man City. Yeah, we play on the same day. We do play on the same day. But I will be dead for both. I mean, I won't be live. Am I alive? No. So, I'm schizophrenic. Sorry, I lost my track of thought there. My apologies. But yeah, I will be in the stadium for Zulte Waregem Club Brugge. But I'll be back home, hopefully in time for the kickoff for the Man City game. Why do you put Arsenal after Chelsea, by the way? I think that Chelsea has improved a lot more. I think Arsenal, they've gotten Zubimendi, but that doesn't improve them, because Partey left. They're at the same quality there. Partey leaves, Zubimendi in. Quality stays the same. They got Madueke, quality stays the same. They got Gyökeres, quality goes up. Finally, an improvement. They got Nordegaard, quality stays the same. So, they've had an improvement, but only one. And as I look at Chelsea, they could, and I think they will, get Xavi Simons. Very slightly raise the stat level. Very slightly. They've got Delap, raise the stat level. They've got João Pedro. I think Reece James is going to start playing in midfield, which will raise their level. And I think Cole Palmer will go onto the right wing permanently, where I think he's best. Which raises that level even more. So, I think that level of Chelsea just keeps raising. I think their players are improving slightly. Still, they're improving slightly. Whereas Arsenal's players, I think, are like capped at their current level. I think the mentality is building. Because last season, they were in a title race, but the mentality was poor. But next season, they're gonna be mentally there. They've won 2 trophies. Their mentality is better now. The manager, the players, their mentality is better. Everything is just better for them. Do you think we can get Rodrigo and Donnarumma? Well, we can do anything. I mean, that's a lame answer, isn't it? But yes. But I don't think we'll get Rodrigo. I think Rodrigo is a fever dream. Honest to God, if we get Rodrigo, I am going to do a 5-hour stream. Unless it's on a Monday, then I'm gonna say fuck you. But if we get Rodrigo on a weekend, I'm doing a 5-hour stream, bro. Because Rodrigo, we need to party. We need to party. I just don't think it's happening. Donnarumma, I think, has a very big chance of joining Man City. He's a brilliant goalkeeper, and he's wanted to leave PSG for a while now. PSG is doing this thing where you don't get what you want, and you pretend you never wanted it in the first place. Let me give you an example. When you were a kid, and you wanted to buy new coloring pencils, right? This is my little cousin, that's why I have this on hand. You want new coloring pencils, you ask your parents these new coloring pencils, but you don't get them. Your parents say no. And now you're sad and salty. So you get to school and you see the older kids with new coloring pencils. But you don't have them. And they ask you, oh, you don't have those new coloring pencils. And you tell them, I did not want them. You tell them, I never wanted those pencils, I don't care. That is what PSG is doing with Donnarumma. They wanted him to extend his contract. And he didn't. And now they're like, well, I never wanted to extend your contract. No, it's really funny. It's really funny. A lot of clubs do this. Real Madrid did it with Cristiano Ronaldo. Remember when he left? They were like, yeah, we wanted Ronaldo to leave. No, you didn't. Stop pretending. But yeah, there you go. Analogy of the day. So, Donnarumma. If Ederson leaves, which I'm not sure about, but if Ederson leaves, 100% we get Donnarumma, in my opinion. Prediction, Tottenham Burnley. Tottenham should win that comfortably. Apparently Ederson is close to joining. I hear it, but Arsenal's defense and goalkeeper edges it for me. Sure. I see that. I mean, I don't disagree, but I just don't think it's enough. I think it's a coin toss. I think it's a coin toss between those two. If Chelsea had a very good centre back in there, or had a better goalkeeper, I think there will be no discussion. In fact, they're still going for Mike McNall, aren't they? If they get Mike McNall, there's no discussion at all, I think. Tomorrow, Genk plays. Let's hope they lose then. Let me just quickly change the title of the stream, because I'm not really doing predictions anymore, am I? There you go. But we will keep going. Anyhow. Let's go ahead, because I wanted to talk about this. Nottingham Forest. Finally. McAtee is sold. Now, I've talked a lot about this deal. I've talked to death about this. Excuse me. I've talked to death about this deal. I'm kind of tired about talking about this deal, but what I will say about McAtee is I think he's a above average player. Above average. Above average will not cut it at Man City. I'm sorry. Cole Palmer was not good enough for Man City. I have never regretted Cole Palmer leaving. He will ghost 3 months at a time. He will do that. So I've never regretted him leaving. With McAtee, he doesn't ghost, he just doesn't have the level. He can't ghost because he doesn't even have the level to ghost. You know what I mean? He's always at that ghosting level. And sure, for a mid-table club like Nottingham Forest, respectfully, one good season, but respectfully, a mid-table club, he will do fine. I mean, we apparently have a buyback clause. Listen. We have Ryan Cherki. We have Phil Foden. We have Oscar Bob. We have Echeverry. We have Nipan, who I've never watched, but we have Nipan. Think about all those players. Now tell me McAtee will play at Man City ahead of them. Won't. He really won't. So, buyback clause. Okay, you never know what happens. If he turns out to be the god, Messi incarnate, get him back, of course. But I like that it's a buyback clause. Like, I like this. Be prepared for the unknown, right? But I don't really care about this, to be honest with you. Anyhow. Ryan Cherki is Man City's new number 10. Right, I did see that. I don't care about back numbers that much. Like, people make such a big deal out of it. Oh, this guy's wearing that number. Like, I don't care what number you wear. I had a prediction. Oh, you did predict that, to be fair. And Jetki did get number 10. I do remember that you predicted that, so you were right about that. I don't care what number players were. I really don't. Like, yeah, sure, you get number 10. What difference does it make if you wear the number 10 or the number 25? Like, what difference does it make? I don't really care, but fair enough. Good on Shetty, but I don't care. Eriksen has trained as normal, that means nothing. Yes, we've talked about this deal. James Trafford is a goalkeeper. Is this an ad? I was confused for a second. I thought, what is this? But it's an ad. Okay. What's this team? Yerki, Husanov. Why is Rodri hiding here? Yo, that's a proper stacked team. Akanji is in there. Akanji in there doing the fist pump like he did fuck all in that team. We know you... Bro. Salt Bay holding Wordle. Crap. Akanji's involvement. There you go. Man City rejected a 70 million bid for Savio earlier this week. 70 euros to pounds is about 60 million pounds. Is that a reliable source? Where's this guy? I mean, City Extra is tweeting it out. I guess he's not leaving. Fuck is this currency? What is this currency? What currency is Brazilian deal? I hope it's real. 441 million. Okay, let's see. 441. Okay, about 70 million euros. Okay, I get the gist of it. So 70 million euros was rejected. Okay, fair. I guess we're keeping him, which I don't mind. Listen. I think people get me wrong on this. I don't mind Savio leaving or staying. Savio leaving? I don't care. Savio staying? I don't care. He's not been good enough last season. He's not been bad enough for me to want him out. If he stays one more year, okay, let's see what he does. If he leaves, I really don't care, because we'll get Rodrigo. So for Savio, I really don't care, to be honest. I really don't care. Like, people think I want Savio out. I would much rather Doku leaves. Because it terrorizes me how shit he is for Belgium, as a Belgian. He's shit for us. Absolute dog water. He's played one good game for us in his whole career. Of course, it's the one game that fucking Patrick is watching. The fucking Glazer. One good Belgian game in his international career. So I can't stand Doku. Savio, I don't care. Stay, leave, sure. Let's see what you do. He's staying. If they're rejecting 70 million for him, or 60 million pounds, they're not coming back with 70 million pounds, so he's staying. I don't mind that. I don't mind. Pep Guardiola has to do less in training. Oh. Guys, you know what we're having? Pep Guardiola is trusting his staff. Guys, it's a holy day. Guys, I think this is a good day. I think this is a very good day. This is what we've needed. This is what I've been saying for time. What have I been saying? What have I been saying about Alex Ferguson's longevity? What have I said about that? He stopped winning titles. He stopped doing the coaching. He hired a coach. He stopped being the coach and he hired someone to do it. And he became the manager. That's how Fergie kept his longevity. Beautiful. This is what Fergie did to elongate his career as the United manager. Exactly what Pep should be doing. Very happy about this. There you go. We are balling. That not Elon. Is it elongate? Hold up. Hold up. Elongate. Oh. I thought it was elongate. Oh, damn, I'm retarded. Okay, elongate. There you go. Sorry for using the R word. Moving on. I think we've talked about everything here. I mean, I've talked about 115 in the past. Fuck 115. The biggest conspiracy theory in modern Premier League history. Modern football history, actually. 115 was a goose chase. Absolute goose chase. Rodri! Big up, Rodrigo. Other team got shafted. Doku Bob Burnley for front 3. Bro, feels rough, you know. Feels rough. Bob was doing bits for sure, but the rest? We want £17 million. Yeah, I don't think Spurs will pay that. If Spurs pay £17 million, I'll be very shocked. Honestly, I'll be very shocked. They hate us. Like, Spurs have a hate boner for Man City. Honest to God, you could put a gun to the head of Daniel Levy right now and say, if you just do one good thing for Man City, we will spare your life. And you know what they'll do? You know what Daniel Levy will do? He'll say, just shoot me. Daniel Levy would rather get shot in the head than actually do something nice to Man City. He has a hate boner for it. So return that. Be petty. Fuck Spurs. Fuck Spurs royally. Yeah? I want us to be the biggest Spurs haters of this generation. Because Spurs have fucked us over constantly. We want a Spurs player, you better be paying 50 fucking billion. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, nah. I like it. If Spurs come back with £70 million, I want us to say, sure, with a selling clause. Because you know they're a selling club. Go fuck Spurs. I doubt they'll come back with 70 million though. Foden here. Yeah, he's got better hair now, I guess. Lukaku is injured. Rip. I'm happy the Premier League is back. Bro, I need football back. I need football back, bro. Dying. I am dying, bro. Because you know what, yeah? You know what? We've just had no content in August. Let me go through my channel here in August here. I swear down, I've barely been live this month. My apologies, by the way, if you can hear that background noise. That is my 5-year-old brother. Well, he's 25 actually, but he acts like a 5-year-old. Yeah, I've got 3 days in this month, 4 days this month, that I've done no streams. And barely any days that I've done multiple. And now usually, I do a stream every day. Maybe I'll miss one stream in a month. It's been nothing to do. Nothing to do watch-alongs to, nothing to talk about. So I am clearly, incredibly happy that the Premier League is back as well. Anyhow, now I'm waffling. Now I am waffling, aren't I? From the reports, they will, again, fair price since we are in very strong negotiation position. Yeah. I fucking hate Tottenham because they're annoying, not because they're good, because they're annoying. But I don't care, to be honest. If he stays or leaves, I don't care. But fuck Daniel Levy. Fuck him. I will be very surprised if they come back with like 70 million, so I'll be very surprised. What was that about Pep? He's doing the right thing. He's getting in new coaches, coming off the training pitch, stepping back a bit, and he's letting his coaches do their job. I fucking love that. He's not being a micromanager anymore, which is what he needs to stop doing. I love. So, yeah, happy vibes. Happy vibes for Man City right now. And with that, we will round up. Alfred in chat, guys. Alfred in chat. And I'll redirect you guys onto Not In My Lifetime podcast with Luke and Bevel. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.